Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a review roundup of everything I tried in February. So, a decent number of products here, but I feel like for how much I spent in February there's not that many, but I feel like March is going to be a very big month because a lot of the things I bought this month have not shown up yet. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin. I am a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a soft spot for any makeup and colorful makeup, and I am looking very colorful tonight. And I have new content every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe. So if you're wondering about the look, this was done with the Odens Hela palette with Angelica Nyquist. I am currently filming a multi-look video with this. This is one of them, and that should be up in a couple days. This will probably go up before that because I just did this one. So, So the biggest thing that I tried this month was the Lunar Beauty mystery box. So I got quite a few things from that. And that is the majority of what I have in front of me. So I guess I will start by talking about that stuff. So first off are complexion products from Lunar Beauty, or face powders, I should say. Face palettes. So first, Moon Prism Blush Palette. I love this. 10 out of 10 recommend. I have used all 6 shades. There's been a couple days this week where I didn't really wear makeup. I wore a tinted moisturizer and then threw on one of these, called it a day. Pink Moon is very pale pink. I've only worn it once to see what it looked like. I'm currently wearing the shade Gravity. It's described as a cinnamon. It's more terracotta to me, and then Spacey is supposed to be terracotta, but it's a little more pink than terracotta to me, more mauve, I don't know, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Twilight has been my go-to. If you know me, you're not surprised by that. Soleil is a very beautiful, like, shimmery blush topper. So I've been using a lot of Twilight and Gravity, and I love this, and I'm so happy I finally have it. Now, the Outer Dimension palette. This has received a lot of criticism. This is an interesting palette. Packaging is interesting. It's not my favorite. It's round. I like the idea behind it. Love how big the mirror is. I think if you're a makeup artist, like, this would be something fun to put in your kit, but for an everyday person, not really worth the money. So it's 4 bronzers, 4 brightening shades, and then a pure white and a dark shade to kind of mix in and make these lighter or darker. And I just don't think this is worth the money. It's a really good formula, but practically, I can't talk tonight. Not the best. So, like, can I help you, Bean? So, like, of the brightening shades, I'm not going to use the peach. I know peach is an under eye concealer that people use to brighten. Peach looks a little weird on my skin tone. Yellow works fine. Pink, I will never use this pink shade unless I'm doing my husband's makeup. And then I would probably use Bright Sky because he's a ginger and really, really pale. I've used Bright Sky, I've used Yellow. I've tried these, they're fine. The White Sky shade can be blended in to make them brighter. I just don't feel like this side really does anything for me. I've tried under my eye, I've tried it on my face. This side doesn't really do anything for me, and I'm never gonna use pink, and I'm not really gonna ever use peach either. So, like, I'm glad I got this in a mystery box where I didn't pay full price, because I would never buy this, and it would be a waste of money for me buying it. If you are someone that does makeup on other people, and you like the formula, go ahead. But everyday consumer does not need this. Bronzer-wise, Bronze Sky is basically my skin tone. They're neutral, which I do like. I do like the idea behind that. This doesn't really look neutral to me. The other 3 are definitely neutral. Bronze Sky is basically my skin tone, so I can use it to add warmth without depth. Tan Sky is darker than me, and I can use it as a good bronzer. I think the summer I will be able to use Deep Sky because I do tan quite a bit. This is as pale as I get. And if I'm in the sun for any period of time, I get very dark very quickly. The Mexican genes really come out. So I will keep this and keep playing with the bronzers. I really like the formula of the bronzers, but like it's a big palette and I'm only really using like the two bronzers from it. So like not worth it. I think this is the one true miss from Lunar Beauty that I've seen so far. So disappointed, not mad or upset or anything, but disappointed. Formula-wise, great, but like use-wise, meh. The lashes, I've worn them twice, love them. I want more Lunar Beauty lashes. I don't wear lashes very often, but these are the most comfortable I've tried. They're really beautiful. They went on easily. These are the shade Flare, which were unique to the mystery box, and I want to buy more. I really like these. So if you are a false eyelash wearer, highly, highly recommend these. So I'm going to save the eyeshadow palettes for last. Let's say, okay, so let's do the brushes. So this isn't all of them. Here's another one right here. These are the face brushes. I love these. I don't think I'll use the double-ended one very much because I'm not going to store it with bristles sitting down in the cup. I have a couple of things like this that I store brushes in. Not going to store it in there. So I'm not going to use the double-ended one very much. But the rest of these are great. This is a really nice highlighter brush. I'm not even tipsy or anything. It's just been a long day. This is a great highlighter brush. Highly recommend it. This is the LBF6. The foundation brush, really nice. I've used it a few times. I don't know. Lately, I haven't been using an actual foundation brush. I have my Sigma, really like it, really love this. Lately, I've been using a brush from ColourPop. It's a ColourPop blush brush, which is one of the hardest things I've ever said. And it works really well for picking up just like a little bit and like feathering on foundation, which is what I've been doing lately. I like a light coverage. I like to be able to see my skin and still see skin. Like you can still see a little bit of redness right here because I didn't put very much on. I only really put foundation right here to cover redness. So the rest of my face is my face. So I really want to just feather it into the rest of my skin because like my throat, I'll like spot conceal here and maybe if I have something on my chin, but like I'm really just putting foundation here to cover redness and even out my complexion. So I've been using that a lot more, but this works really well if you like a kabuki brush. And then the other brushes all work really well. This one, the LBF4, is supposed to be really good for creams, and it really is. This works well for cream blush, cream bronzer. This has been my go-to when I use my Salt Skin Tint. It's like the perfect size to like dip in and do my face with it. And it's dense without being too dense. So this is kind of what I've been using for foundation, is something like this where I just like feather it in around here. So really love these, and these are a great price. Like the big powder brush is only like $16. Like they're great. I'm really happy I got these. And I really want to try his eye brushes now, but I don't really need more eye brushes right now, so eventually. Speaking of complexion, I actually tried a couple of foundations recently, but the one for February was the new Kosas. So this is the Kosas Revealer Foundation. I have a video up with this. I've used it, this or the NARS, every day since I got them. I really love this. This is what I'm wearing today. Like I said, I have it just mostly right here. I think it blends into my skin really well. It looks a little yellow at first. This is shade 210, which is light medium olive. Perfect winter shade for me. It will definitely need to go up in the summer. But I think it matches very well. Like I don't feel like I look like I'm multiple colors. My hand is the same shade as my face. I don't have anything on my forehead or or I have some powder right here, but that's it. But like, for just being here, I think it blends beautifully. It's a very skin-like finish. In my video, I have some footage of me outside, which you can see that I'm darker than I am here in lights. I think if you have oily skin and you were worried the new NARS light reflecting foundation was gonna look too shiny because it's a very luminous finish, this would be perfect for you. And if you have very dry skin, I would say go with the NARS over this. I don't think this is like bad for dry skin. I think it looked great today. In the video I did, it clung to some pores on my nose, and it has a couple days, but if my skin's hydrated that day, it's been fine. So it's like, I don't think this likes this primer, which I'll talk about in a minute. But like today, I didn't even use primer. I just used a brush to feather it on my middle of my face, and it just looks like my skin. It's very skin-like. It's a little luminous before you set it, and it looks great. So this is literally just my skincare routine with a little bit of this on it, and I think it looks great. It's $43. It does have a little bit of a scent, not like a fragrance. It smells like the ingredients and the sunscreen that's in it, but I think this is great. It says it's supposed to make you look plump. It's got squalene, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. It looks like healthy skin and no makeup versus like the NARS or some other foundations where they give you like a glowy skin. This just looks like your skin but better in a bottle. So love that. Speaking of primers, this is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I finally tried this. I've been using the Urban Decay version of this for a long time. I really love this. Don't think these are the best pair. I feel like this, on my nose at least, on the rest of my face fine, but on my nose, I don't think these two work well. This with the Salt New York Skin Tint though, because this has a bit of a grip, and I feel like the Sneaky Balm really lasts even longer with this. So really glad I grabbed this finally. When I killed this little mini size, I will be buying a full size. So, because my Urban Decay is basically gone. I could probably get a couple uses out of it, but that's it. Okay, so before I move on to eyeshadow, and I'm gonna mention lips and eyeliner. So the only new eyeliner I tried was this from NYX. This is the Epic Wear liner stick in All Time Olive. I've tried a couple of the NYX eyeliners in this Epic Wear formula, and it's by far their best eyeliner formula. It's not as good as my Haus Labs. It doesn't last as long as my Haus Lab pencils, but it does last really well, and it does look really nice. The other NYX that I've tried that weren't the Epic Wear smudge almost like, they're not smudge resistant at all. It doesn't matter if you let it sit for 5 minutes or an hour, it smudges, it doesn't look great, they don't last very well. This lasts really well. Still prefer Haus Labs, but this was like $8 and my Haus Labs were 16 or 17, so like, you know, it's definitely a price difference, but Haus Lab liners are amazing and they go on sale pretty regularly, so I really, really recommend those. And then I tried two lips. They're both Lunar Beauty. They came in that mystery box. This is the shade Dreamy in the lip gloss, and this is Aphrodite in the lipstick. Not new to either formula. I adore both of these, so I'm really happy I finally have Dreamy. I've already made a dent. It's what I'm wearing today. We'll probably need to buy a new Bitchcraft and Dreamy soon. And I love the Lunar Beauty lipstick formula. It is a liquid lipstick, but it doesn't feel drying. It lasts really well. It looks beautiful. So really happy I have it in a red, because red is my favorite lip formula, or lip color, not formula. Okay, so I have 4 eyeshadow things to mention. The 2 things that came literally on February 1st were my Shroud order and my Sigil order. So Sigil, it's the Peacock Palette. This, I think, was out of stock, but I think came back in stock. They're not shipping right now because of the Russian attack on Ukraine. There's no air traffic leaving, so like Sigil Inspired posted like, I'm sorry, we can't send out any of your orders right now. We'll let you know when we can. I don't put any blame on them as far as I've seen in online. The Russian people don't want this either. It's but this is the Royal Peacock Palette. I have a video up with this. I love this. It's the typical Sigil formula. It's got 2 mattes. It's got a purple and like a mauve. It's got 4 shimmers. This one is really beautiful and shifty. I love this. I will link my Sigil playlist up here. I've reviewed a lot of their stuff in the 6 months I've been on YouTube. I adore them. I would say if you haven't tried them, it's very similar quality to Pat McGrath. It's so good. Pigmented, blends really easily. The shimmers are just gorgeous. Like, I love this. I might do a ranking my last 10 palettes. Let me know in the comments if you would like that, because there's some stuff that I've gotten in the last, I think, 12 things in just this year that I can try to do a ranking of. I'm not very good at ranking. I'm too indecisive. I'm too much of a Libra, but if you would like a ranking my last 10 palettes or whatever, let me know. And then this is my Shroud order. So this is the Moonfall Mattes bundle, and then I got the Moonfall Shimmers because it was the mattes were new and the shimmers were existing, but it was a bundle for $30 for all of them. I love these. I have a video up with using these. I've used them since. I've used the greens. Great formula. I really, really like Shroud so far. I've tried the It's Frickin' Bats palette and now these, and I want more. Plus they're really nice. I've talked to them on Instagram. So if you are intrigued by these colors, I really recommend them. They are, and I said this in my video, they do feel dry, but not in a bad way. I feel like too many people think dry equals bad shadow, creamy equals good shadow, but I've used creamy shadows that suck. They don't blend well. They're creamy, but they're like, they stick. And I've used dry shadows that are bad and patchy and have no pigment. These feel dry to the touch, like physically touching them with your finger, but they don't perform like a dry shadow that I've used, like a cheap dry shadow. They are pigmented, they blend easily, they layer together nicely. They are very, very high quality. I really like these. I think it's $20 for the 4 mattes and $30 if you get the bundle. So highly recommend this. I think the only person I know with a code for Shroud is Batty Bean. So that will also save you like 10%. So if I'm correct. So I would definitely recommend checking these out. I'm not going to include the Odens eye palette because I literally just tried it on for the first time a half an hour ago. So I only really tried 2 other new palettes this month, and they're not new. I like getting old palettes that I've been wanting. I don't think it always has to be a new. So the first thing is the Eternal Eclipse. This came in the mystery box. I've wanted this since it launched. Really love it. I've used it in that video and I've used it since. I still haven't used the blues because I just haven't been in the mood for blue lately, weirdly. My favorite color, but I've used a lot of the other shades. This is the A+ Exceptional Lunar Beauty formula. I love this. I think this is gorgeous. I am so happy I finally have this. This is easily top 5 neutral palettes for me now. And then the other palette that I got, because it's being discontinued and it was at Sephora for half off, is the Natasha Denona Lila palette. So a lot of people think this is a purple palette because it has purple and it's in a purple package, but this is very much still not really a purple palette. So you can see it's older, it's been discontinued, but I'm so happy I finally got it. So you've got some like cool tone neutrals like Nude Mauve here. You've got Per Se, which is kind of gray. This one's a little warm. You've got like purples, you've got pinks, you've got a duochrome, you've got some like bronzy shades. I think this is a really beautiful color story and so happy I got it. I wore it every day for 4 days after I got it. 3 of the shades New Mauve, Helio, and one other that I am forgetting. Let me look at the little names. Amara. That took me a second. So Amara, Nude Mauve, and Helio are all in the Retro palette. So they're duplicates in my collection now, although these are like twice the size. I think these are better and they're not exact dupes. If you would like a video comparing the two, let me know in the comments, but like these are more pigmented and not exact shade dupes. Like this is a little more nude. This is a little warmer. This is a little less, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but they're not exact shade dupes even though they are the same shade. So I'm actually even happier that I have both because Helio is one of my favorite shades in Retro and I like this one even more. So really happy I got this. And also happy to have my Natasha Denona collection expanded. So now that I've been babbling for 20 minutes, that is everything I tried in February. I took a little time off and didn't film over the weekend much, so there was less new content the latter half of the month. So March, there will be a lot more. I have the Odens Eye video coming in a couple days. I have maybe Sigil coming sometime soon. I have the new Trixie collection coming. I have some other stuff coming. So I also have some ideas for non-new makeup things coming that I'm going to be filming. So lots of new content for March. So remember to subscribe. Remember to like this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my little February haul. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.